Appreciate you guys being here tonight. Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Results Driven by RW. And of course, I'm RW. I'm excited tonight. Got some great stuff to give you guys. Excited about everything that's going on and what you guys are doing in your business, in your lives. Let's see. I want to jump on in. And first thing we want to do, of course, is housekeeping. I want to take some notes. I want you to do that for sure. I think I'm going to drop some bombs on tonight. I'm actually going to make you really have to process some stuff. I think the hardest thing about life is realizing that for what you want and where you're at, there's a difference. And now the key is, how do I merge the two? Bring what I want into where I'm at right now. And I think for me, it's the chase. I believe that you keep on chasing the next best version of yourself. So that's just one of those things. So take notes, definitely. I'm going to drop some bombs. Camera on. I want you to, if you can, except for Delshana, that picture is kind of cool. So, whatever you got to do there, I get it, man. Go on, make it happen with that. Ask questions, definitely. I want you to ask questions. I'm actually going to be open tonight. I'm going to be asking you some stuff and really diving into you personally on tonight. The one thing I love about our group, especially those that are live, is that I can actually interact with you to help you get some results right away. Okay? Chat, if you would open up my chat, of course, give me your name, your business, your phone number. Let's get that information in the chat for me, make sure it's working. And only unmute when called upon. I want to make sure, but I think tonight it's going to be good because I'm going to get you guys unmuted a couple times. All right, this week's wins. All right, who's got a this week's win that they want to share that's hot off the press and you ready to roll with it? What you got?
I got it.
Go with it.
This week's wins. Number one, I started my kickboxing class. Number two, to take it up a notch. Number two, I started my next book. Number three, almost done with my ebook, so I'll be ready for a class next month. And number four, something really, really good. Oh, I just got invited to join another dance minister, talk about dance ministry online to kind of get increased exposure and access and that sort of thing. And number five is I'm looking at another vendor opportunity in Texas, a different crew, a different group of people to sell flags and that good stuff. And of course, I did my income generating promotional activities this week, and I got out a whole bunch of videos on books. I got videos out on flags, and so I'm excited. Yay!
Well, daggone. I need one of them little buttons you go. Man, that is amazing. That is my God. I'm excited. Good Lord. I'm normally excited, but I'm like really next level excited about that. That's awesome. Great job. Great job. Great job. Hey, you know what? I got to clap that up. Good job. Good job. Good job. Wow. Okay. Who's next? That was good. Good job, Delshana.
Hey, listen, I ain't got all that, but I always stay with my wins.
Oh man, give me something. Give me something good. I know something good happened.
Oh yeah, of course. So my win for the day, for the week, is my my flyer. My flyer is my win. Me and Canva had a sit down. We worked it out.
Wow. I saw it. I said, okay. I said, okay, my boy busting out there with an actual program. I like it.
Yes, sir.
Well, good job. So now and the flyer I'm talking about is the one that you have with your actual mentoring thing and your actual business on it. Is that the one I'm talking about?
Yes, sir. That's the one.
Wow, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's how you step on out there like, wow. I like it. I like it because this month I'm definitely gonna be pushing you guys in that area. So I'm glad you took it and ran with it. So I appreciate that. Now we're gonna work on some other stuff too to take that up even another notch. All right, cool. Man, that's good stuff. Any other good wins out there? Any other wins? Let's get one more in. Angie's itching, man. She's right at the computer too. She's like, I'm ready to hit the button because I got something juicy. I can't tell everybody, but I can tell my group tonight.
I can share, Pastor. I'm sorry, Mr. Williams, RW.
Let's go.
Gotta call you all of that.
What you got?
But basically follow up. As I was talking about how it's starting slow just a little bit, but we put out some feelers, letting people know that extension time is coming, and so with that, we probably got about 6 or 7 clients that came back in this week to get some finish up. So follow up was good.
Good job, good job, good job. So in other words, they weren't just beating down the door, you had to go get them. I like it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I like it when you go get the money. That's what I'm talking about. First, we're going to get the money. That's that old Scarface stuff. Anyway, good job. Good job, man. Way to go get after it. I love it. Great job. Great job. Great job. All right, let's move on though. Let's go with our new ebook. You know, I got a new ebook, guys. It's out. It's ready. I'm excited about it. My girl, Delshana, she hooked the brother up. So we got the blueprint, not just anything, but the blueprint to building your personal and business credit. So got that locked and loaded. Definitely want you guys to pick that up. Available to you guys at a discount. But everybody else paying like $29.99. Some people paying $50. It just depends on what I'm doing. You know, I just put it out there. And you know, one thing I've learned in life is people are gonna get what you offer them. It just depends on how strong you are about your offer. All right. Upcoming events, guys. We got a real good one. We got Breaking the Tax Code. That is this month, September the 30th. Mark your calendar. You want to be there. Bring a friend. It's going to be a great opportunity to learn about some great tax breaking, some breaking the code, tax code type stuff. Matter of fact, I'm going to show a lot of you guys how to literally get tax-free income for retirement. We're going to talk about that, how you can work that out and make that make sense. So definitely put on your calendar, come on out, make it all make sense. You're going to learn a lot and some stuff you know, but it's going to enhance what you know to hopefully help you get better because rules are changing and things are shifting. All right. And of course, I want to bring you always back to the group focus. We want to deal with your business. Okay. New, established, pending. That's what we want to do. Next thing is we want to deal with your mental, physical, and spiritual. And we want to deal with your relationships. In other words, I want to keep that as our group focus. So as we're talking, then that way you always remind yourself that we want it all. Okay. Matter of fact, do me a favor, type in the chat, I want it all. Because you have to want it in order for it to come to true. So you want to want it. And what you want and what you go after is what you get. Okay. What you want, what you go after is what you get. Okay. There's always something you got to remind yourself of, because if you don't go after it, you can want it, but if you don't go after it, then you can't get it. And so want it, go after it, then get it. Biggest key there is being intentional. Make sure you're intentional about what you're trying to do and knowing it, which is what we work on here in this group. All right. So next thing is, I want to talk about premium value marketing, and not from a marketing aspect, but from a marketing aspect. I want to talk about, let's get to the money. Okay. Let's get to the money. I'm going to ask y'all some personal questions tonight. I want to hear some answers too. I want you to type it out if you can in chat. Question: what is the most money you have made in one day? Type in the chat the most money you've made in one day. Don't be shy now. I'm going to wait for you. Don't be shy. I want to see it because I got to see what those numbers are. Okay. Thank you, Delshana. The most money you've made in one day. And I'm just saying the most you made in one day, the most you made in one day. You've actually got it. You made it. It might not have came exactly that day, but you got it. And then bam, it came in. One day, one setting. What's the most? What's the most? All right. I see 4,500. Good. 1,500. Good. 1,200. Good. All right. 1,100. Good. All right. 14,000. Okay. That's pretty good. That's decent. All right. Good. I put mine in the chat. It's one of those things to where, guys, you got to look at it from another perspective, because now the amount you might have made, we have to now look at, okay, why aren't you making the amount you really want to make? And why are you making an amount that maybe be for you like, oh, that's good. But what if I told you there is a whole lot more that you can do in one day? Okay. Now, the next thing is, if that's the most you made, that's okay. What happens is, believe it or not, that can become a barrier. And when I say barrier, meaning that you can limit yourself to where, if I could just do this, if I could just do that, if I can do this, And before you know it, you don't go after the big stuff because you're now thinking, well, I'll just settle with the pennies. And I'm finding out in life, the more and more we settle for pennies, the more and more we get pennies. The more and more we settle for dollars, the more and more we get dollars. So I'm going to frustrate a few of you. And once again, guys, remember, it ain't bragging if it's true. And that's the key. It ain't bragging if it's true. So in this group, I want to make sure you understand my intent is to pull you up in the aspect of what do you need to make versus what you've made? And then how consistent can you be in making that amount? Okay? Because it's one thing to say you've made this big amount. The next question is, how much is in the bank? You know, I had a conversation with a young man the other day, and he's a collector of shoes. And I told him, I said, man, tell me about your shoe collection. He began to tell me about it. And I'm like, your shoe collection is, man, that's thousands. Now, how much you got in the bank?
I called you.
And
No,
so
I just want to know where.
with that being said, he looked at me like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, you got more money in your closet than you got in your account. That's not good. That don't go together. Okay? So I want to push you a little bit tonight because I want you to think about that number that you just put in there. And now I want to get some dialogue. What is your high ticket item or program? What is your high ticket item or program? And I'm going to start with you, Angie. What's your high ticket item or program? And whatever that high number is for you, what is that or item?
It's for items that I sell.
Item that you sell, package that you put together. What's that high? What's that number?
The high ticket item that I sell is like $70.
Okay, and what item is that?
It is a customized hoodie that not only has 3 vinyls on it, but it's also cut up.
Okay, perfect. So put a note on that. I'm gonna come back to that. I want to hear about what's that? Robbie just jumped on, I think. Robbie, what is your high ticket item or program? What's your highest dollar item?
Mine right now would probably be bookkeeping.
Okay. And what would be that number that you could make, or what's the highest ticket or highest item or program that you sell?
I would like a high client. So I would like to find a client where I can make $10,000 a month.
Okay. So what would that program look like for you? How would that look that you can give to a client that would give them that kind of value?
So you mean what can I offer them as far as all the bookkeeping services?
Or what would they need to make in order to do that? Let's go with that. How much would they need to make, or what type of business would they produce to pay you that kind of money?
I think it could be from 2 million to 2.5 million gross.
Okay. So they're making about 2.5 million and they're paying you 10,000
a month.
A month. Okay.
Yeah, to keep them in compliance on their bookkeeping.
Okay. Good. All right. Sharia. What is your high ticket item? What is your high ticket or high dollar item or program?
Thanks for asking, Coach RW. My high ticket is contracting me out $1,000 per hour for strategic planning for small businesses that make $500,000 or less.
Okay. I liked it. Matter of fact, I thank you for being really specific. Thank you. That's good. Excellent. Okay. I'm going to come back to that. Hold that thought. All right. Delshana, you left, but you're back. What is your high ticket item or program?
My high ticket items are in the publishing field. My highest ticket item is ghostwriting for 10, 15K, or to publish a book outright, about 4 to 5K.
Okay. And that's your high ticket item?
Yes.
Okay.
So far.
Okay, good. Well, no, that's what I want to know. Perfect. All right. Who else we got? We got Justin. You on? Justin, I see you stepped away. Is Justin back? He's blacked out. That's okay. We'll come back to him. Oh, there he is. Oh, Oh, you're on another meeting?
No, I am heading to pick up my daughter's soccer uniform, but we good. Go ahead.
Okay, so what is your high ticket item or program?
Highest one is the credit education that starts off at 150 plus.
Okay, okay, all right. All right, appreciate that. Thank you so much. Is this Ms. Williams on there? Oh, I think she might have fell off. Yep, she fell off. Let's see. Ms. Williams, you back? She's climbing back in. I just want to get all you guys' high ticket stuff. Oh, Ms. Williams, you with us?
Sorry, I'm back now. I had to move in and ended up kicking out of the system. But I would say my highest ticket would be a tax resolution specialist, between 3,000 to 5,000
Okay.
per client, along with the bookkeeping. But yeah, those two would be the highest.
Okay, so the high ticket, so all you guys have a high ticket or high dollar value item. Okay, let's go. I want to set this up. If you didn't have one, I was going to show you how to create it, but some of you, I want to show you how to make it even bigger. Okay, now follow me before you fall off. If right now you already know what your high dollar ticket item is, why are you not promoting it? In other words, Angie, let me go back to you. You said your biggest item is that $70, right? For the sweater.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
you're getting in there. Okay, so now with that sweater, that customized sweater that you do, is there a flyer?
No.
So who knows about it other than you?
People that go on the website, previous customers,
Okay, but it's not something that you're promoting.
stuff I may post on social media. So that's how normally I will post items, things that I create, but no, there's not a flyer.
Let's stick with the high dollar one. So the high dollar one, how often do you promote that?
Oh, wow. Not very often. Not very often.
Okay, so your highest dollar item of the greatest value, you're not even promoting.
No. You did say you was gonna make me mad. Okay. You want me to turn the vacuum off right now?
I'm just asking the question because if that's your highest dollar item, matter of fact, let me go down the list. Robbie, your highest dollar item is a $2.5 million client. How have you made a flyer to promote your highest dollar item?
Okay, so are you saying, have I made a flyer to promote my bookkeeping, or have I made a flyer that says $2.5 million client this much?
I service these clients at this level.
Oh, no, I have not made a flyer for that. Okay, I understand. No.
Okay, okay. Sharia, what about you? Do you have a flyer that actually you promote that tells that service and you've promoted it more than 30 times this year?
Yes, I do. And I have it on more than 2 streams of social media. It's me marketing my marketing, branding, strategic planning, feasibility planning for entrepreneurs, whether it's big or small. Yes, sir. That question is yes. I am promoting and have more than 30 advertisements of that.
Okay, I haven't seen one. Or maybe I just don't remember it.
Yes, you have. You just don't see the price on it. You have to call me for details, but you do see the advertisement for the services. On most of my advertisements.
Why aren't you putting the price on it?
Because that, in my opinion, it allows the person who is contracting my service It allows me to negotiate a price. Say, for instance, I will quote a different consultation for the size, or I quote by the problems that need to be solved or the issues that need to be handed out. So I would either charge them contractually by the hour, or if it's a big problem, I would set a fee. Like, say for instance, if a entrepreneur comes to me and say, I know nothing about payroll, could you help me with payroll? But I would give them that option, whether you could pay me a flat fee or pay me hourly, which is feasible to that client. So I leave that option open to the client, which is giving me success in that, to where I'm able to actually allocate more than just $1,000 an hour in services, because now I could contract you hourly, and now I'm contracting you by the issue and the problem. And my major one has been helping entrepreneurs understand the contracts that they have entered into. So that's been a big one for me, helping them to understand their lease, their contracts, and I've been getting big dollar for that. So, but yes, you do see advertising
That's
for
good. That's good, but I want you to hear me out. And here's the thing I'm going to push with all of you guys is how can you get high dollar clients if you're not promoting high dollar items? Think about that for a minute. I get the specialization, I sit down with clients, $500,000. Client came in 2 weeks ago, 250,000. I deal with clients because I promote that in order to even sit down with me, you need to have this. Okay. So with that being said, and even with my coaching clients, I push the $1,000 product. I don't really push this right here is wonderful, but realistically, the $1,000 to $2,400 product is what I push when I talk to somebody. Matter of fact, you guys have heard me push it on here more than one time. Matter of fact, probably every session. Getting to that point to where in order to attract a high ticket client, because remember this, how many of you guys have a Gucci bag or name brand bag? How many guys got one? Okay, got a couple of them, right? All right. So you got those, but when you walked in the store, you didn't expect for it to be cheap. You didn't think about it being cheap.
Mine were gifted. I didn't buy it.
That's fine, but go with the concept with me. So when you walk into those stores, you expect it not to be cheap. When people come into whatever product or service you have, are they expecting it to be cheap? And here's the thing I want you to think about is the lower your product, the lower type of clientele you get. Okay? The higher level your client, the higher and more productive your client is. Now, let me use myself as an example. Angie, you can relate to this now. The insurance agency you work for is what we call a sub-agency. They deal with people that come in and make payments and blah, 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 all that stuff. I don't deal with those clients. I have no clients that come to my office with money.
Right.
Because that's not the level of clientele that I deal with. All my clients come in, they have good credit or decent credit. They pay EFT, and they're not as much concerned about price as they are about service.
Real talk.
Okay. And well, Robbie can attest. People, I don't, matter of fact, some folk, I'll tell them, hey, I need to get, I went to Key Insurance or the General, and they gave me a better rate. I said, well, I don't compete with them. That's not my competition. Right. So once you understand your level of competition, you play to that level. Now, I could have chose to take a lower level and just take anything, but I made a decision that I didn't want that client. And so I marketed myself out of that level of client. Some of you at some point, you realize the only reason you're getting the smaller clients is because you have smaller marketing. Angie, if you put together a package that costs $250, guess what type of client you're going to attract? Yeah. Yeah, you going with me? Robbie, if you sent out and said, hey, if you're a client and you're making $2 million in your business per year, you need to call me today.
Absolutely, yes. I understand what you're saying.
$10,000 and they go up from there. And
Yes.
really, to be honest, at that 10,000, you pimping yourself. I'm gonna talk to you about that later.
Okay, yeah, you know we can't be pimped now. You gotta go with them numbers.
You're making 2.5 million. Think about this, Robbie. If they hired a CPA or a person on their staff, how much would they pay per month?
Yeah, okay. We're gonna have to talk the matrix on them numbers.
They pay 80,000 a year.
Yeah.
Easy. 90,000 a year. Okay, and that's for an employee with employee drama, da, da, da. You're gonna take the whole thing and do everything they need to get done for a 10,000 a month.
So you're saying it's a fraction of the cost. It needs to be a little bit more than that.
Absolutely. Because one thing is, remember, in all your businesses, you choose the price built on your value you give to the client. When a client sits down with me, I choose the price. I decide if they're going to pay this or they're going to pay that. It depends on how I feel sometimes. But let me go back in, because I know some of you guys looking at me funny. I see you. But no, you don't understand, RW. I like dealing with broke people. I get it. They seem easier. But I'm going to challenge you again in a minute. So what do you think is stopping you from promoting a high ticket offer a program? I got offer a program. Delshana, why are you not promoting your high ticket program?
I started a flyer and it didn't look right. So I stopped. So why am I not? Because I haven't made that a priority. I haven't made that a priority at all. And I'm recognizing tonight, like that's the things that give me more money are my big secret, as opposed to being the thing that everybody knows me for. So it's definitely a shift I got to make. Time to pivot.
No, I think they said it this way in this book. It says, flesh and blood has not revealed that to you.
Yep.
The Holy Spirit just revealed that to you. But the key being is, and here's why I'm going to push you guys, is if no one knows about your best product, how are they going to buy it? And if you're not getting and qualifying a client to even be a client, how can you get the real money? Okay, so Delshana, okay, good. Thanks for telling me that. Robbie, what's stopping you from promoting that one that you know you need?
To be honest, I really didn't even think about it like that way. I just guess I figured the little promoting that I'm doing on that small scale would eventually get me that client. But now I understand that I have to state what I want.
Because remember this, good things ain't cheap and cheap things ain't good. Not always.
Real talk, yes.
And so as a professional, either you can be viewed as a low dollar lawyer, that's what they see you as. I got a friend right now, he's a good guy, but he's a budget lawyer. And I'm like, dude, if you promote yourself as a low dollar lawyer, then guess how people gonna treat you? So at some point you have to ask yourself, why am I not doing it? And can I challenge you guys to say this? A lot of it's mindset. You don't believe to your core that you're worthy of making that kind of money. Now, some of you will challenge me and say, well, no, I do, RW, I do. Then why aren't you making it? There's one thing to want something, there's another thing to have it. Now, I can want all day long. And you guys, right now, I can say all you guys are hard workers, right? So hard work ain't the problem. It's the mentality of what you really want to get and what you're willing to do different. Because write this down, guys, you cannot change or want change and not change. The hardest thing about people in coaching is coaching people that already think they got the answer. when really you're broke. When you're broke and you're working with me, that lets me know you don't have the answer. That's why I'm helping you. So if you listen, follow what I'm trying to give to you, if you pick up what I'm putting down, I'm going to show you to start thinking on that next level. Okay? It ain't bragging if it's true. Next week, I'm taking my wife and my mom to Africa on my dime. How many of you guys wouldn't want to do that? In May, I'm going on a Mediterranean cruise. I'm taking my wife, I'm taking my mom. And we're gonna be going to Barcelona and all those places over there and enjoying life. And once again, it's not bragging if it's true. So I'm not trying to brag to say, oh, look at what I'm doing. That's not what I'm saying. Why am I doing it? Because I deal with clients on the next level. You know, sometimes I know Robbie be hearing me. I'll be like, man, ooh, I just made 10,000. I just made 15,000. I just made, in other words, my numbers are bigger because I'm not dealing with a lot of low people. Some people, to be honest, I literally tell them, look, once you get at least 1,000 in savings, then come back and see me. And some of you are like, well, no, I want to help everybody. And that sounds good. But if we're talking about making millions, you can't help everybody. You got to start setting a template of the people you really want to deal with. Man, I told you I was going to make you mad tonight. Angie, stay with me. Guys, there's a difference between cost and value. Cost and value. Right now, most people are concerned about cost. How much does it cost? How much does that cost? I don't deal with a lot of people like that. My question is, how much value do you need? Like right now, I'm gonna use Sharia. If you thought about where I see what your profession is, when people come to you, it's not just about you doing their feet and stuff. It's not just about you doing their business plan. It's about you changing their life. What do you pay me for changing your life? Can I even put a cost on that? And so now we have to, but when we think about it, Delshana, you changed my life by helping me write my first book for a teeny weeny price. And I appreciate it. But at the same token, how can I put a cost on that? Angie, when you make outfits for people, you do it in such a way that it's got your touch on it. It's customized. It's what they want. When they leave out of your store, your shop, they got something, a customized piece of something. They go to Victoria's Secret and them other places, they just get what everybody else getting. They come to you, they're getting something special. How can you put a cost on that? You're putting it to the market that you think it will do, but what if you took it up a notch in everything you're doing and started promoting it at a higher level? Here's the fear that can happen to a lot of people is I'm gonna lose people. And can I tell you something? You want to. And this next run that you're on, some people need to drop off. I'm okay when people call me and say, oh, I'm canceling my policy. Oh, okay. To me, that just means it's time for you to go. And that's no disrespect. But at some point, you have to get to a point to level up that you're gonna have to get rid of some people that you've been kind of carrying. Some of you are rock-a-buying babies, people. Robbie, Miss Gloria, I see y'all rock-a-buying people. It's like, no, you're gonna come in here and you're gonna pull out your checkbook. And Robbie could probably attest, some of you might not know, but when people sit down with me, they pull out their checkbook.
Real talk. Yes.
And the only thing they're gonna say is, I have people literally leave me blank checks. Hey, just fill it out. Just put on there what you charge. Guys, when you bring such value to people and you know your value, then now your level of expectation is on another level. And what you expect from people is what they give you. Angie, them bracelets you sell that are custom made, how much do you sell those bracelets for?
Well, they range in price. They range, the highest one is like $35.
Would you say
But,
third crack prices? Would you say
but
crack prices? What do you say crack prices? Would you say crack prices? For something you put your blood, sweat, and tears into, you're gonna sell for $35 that's custom made for a client. Angie, I want to see you put together a package. Your custom shirt, custom jewelry, custom something else, put it as a package, put out there for $5.
no.
Oh, now we done stepped our game up.
Well, then, yeah. Her whole face changed. She was like, absolutely not.
Oh, now you're thinking
But
about
she can
another
do
level.
it. Yeah.
Is that what we're talking about? So is that number seem too low now that I said that?
Yes, you insulted me.
Sometimes I gotta help you to hurt you. I gotta hurt you to help you. That's what I meant to say. Only because sometimes your mindset has told you one thing, but if you look at what you do for people, the value you bring, when you change a person's life, what can you can't even put a price tag on that. Okay? I just want you to think about that, guys. Just process that a little bit. All right? But look at the cost. Most of you guys, if you're already cost conscious, then guess what the people you're with going to be? Cost conscious. You know, I go to a restaurant. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed this for me, but I order what I feel like eating. I don't order what's on the menu in most cases. Matter of fact, I'm going to say probably about 80% of the time, I'm going to think to myself, what do I want to eat? And then I'm going to just tell the lady, hey, can you do da, 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 da? Because I'm not looking at the menu. I'm not looking at the cost. To me, the value is knowing what I want to eat and being able to eat what I want to eat. Try it one time, guys. Go into a place and don't look at the menu and just tell them what you want to eat. Doesn't matter what the cost is because it's what you want to eat. I know some of you, that's a stretch. Like, well, no, man, I got to stick to that dollar menu. I get it. But here's the thing that's going to hurt you. What you don't do, the people that you're serving won't do. If you're cost conscious, then guess what your clientele and your people are going to be? Are you clicking, guys? Are you thinking about something else now? If you're worried about, wow, let me see what the price is, girl. If you're conscious of price, then it will reflect in your business. Well, I wouldn't pay more than that. Just because you wouldn't pay that much for it, it don't mean that somebody else won't pay it. Think about that for a minute. You know, I went out and took a group out to eat the other day. I think it was $600 I ended up paying when I walked out of there. It was just $600. I didn't even look at I told my wife, just let me sign it. And here's the real talk. If you're ever with me and you see me squinting at the receipt, it's not because I'm tripping off the price, it's because I can't read it. I just can't read it. But in most cases, I have my wife review it because I'm not looking at the price. The value of the people that I'm with is more important than the price I gotta pay. But if you think that way, then guess how your clients and your people you're around gonna think. If you're still in that mindset of when you go somewhere and you say, well, I got the steak and you got the green beans, let me cut that in half and let's see what that's gonna work like. Wrong mindset. If you take somebody to dinner or take somebody to lunch, whip out your card, pay for it, no matter what it is. Start getting another set of mindset because once again, the mindset you have is what you carry with your people that you're working with. Okay, I'm gonna leave that alone. Some of you guys looking at me funny. I told you I was gonna make you mad. What if I told you it's easier to work with high ticket items or programs? Would you guys believe me? I have people that walk in my office and the people that give me the most money ask the less questions. The people that give me the less money, they ask the most questions. Hey man, I know I'm giving this $50, but what is $50 gonna do? Man, look here. if you don't take you and your little $50 and kick rocks. I got clients walking in here with $500,000, 100,000, they're telling me, hey, just do what you do. But you walk in with come on, man. Well, once again, what's your expectation, guys? I mean, for me personally, working with people on a high level is easier. I mean, guys, I have a car insurance agency. Right now, my phone ain't blowing up with people that want to check prices. I have a few, but not a lot. Most of those guys are like, well, as long as I'm with you, okay, if you say it's good, it's good. They're not concerned about the price. They're not tripping off of $20 a third. And if I do have a client that calls me and says, you know what, my policy went up $20. It's like, you know what? I'll have my guy record it for you, see what we can do. Then I'll send them over the higher rates. And then they'll say, oh, I'm okay. And the way I get them is I send them the higher rated quotes. And that way they appreciate the low rate they get, the low rate they get. Some of you guys, you're starting low. I want you to start hitting your clients with a big number first. Write that down. Hit your clients with the big number first, and then work yourself to where they need to be. And I guarantee you 9 times out of 10 to be more than what you thought. Justin, I didn't ask you. Oh, I did. Did I? Yeah, I did ask you. Okay, we're good. Keep on driving, man. Keep on driving. You're good. So it's easier, guys. I promise you it's easier to deal with clients on the next level. And I'm not talking rich people. I'm just talking people that are middle of the road. Some people already know what they want. You have it. They'll pay for it. Think about that for a minute. They know what they want. You have it. They'll pay for it. But if they don't know you do it, then how can they pay for it? If they don't know you offer it, how can they know they can pay for it? If you don't at least put out there that you deal with this next level clients, then how will they know that you're out there? Right now, I'm working with a realtor, and I'm telling him he needs 2 divisions. Division 1 is for the people he's serving. That's cool. Division 2 is now his multi-million-dollar clients. In other words, same real estate company, just 2 different divisions. That way now you're looking for the high dollar houses and you're still doing the regular dollar ones, but there's a different marketing for the other side, but the same business. Justin, I'll use this, I'm gonna use you for a minute. So what if we took your coaching program and we wrapped some other things into it and kind of fattened it up a little bit? It's called stacking. What if we took each and every one of your offers and each one of your things that you're doing and you stack it? In other words, you actually put in there the value of what you're offering. And then the client can see what they're getting from what you're offering them. Now, some of you, it's a little different for me, only because now I don't go after clients anymore. I do a lot of, all my business is referral. So it's a little different for me. But for you guys that are chasing, because even when I get new clients, it just depends on what they're trying to do. Okay. But for you guys, when you look at your client, how can we package your program you currently have and find these high ticket clients for customers? So let's start with Angie. What can you do now that we had this conversation to package your high ticket item and get it out to people that really want to buy it? With all these football people, there's got to be folk out there that got money.
Yeah. I don't think then that advertising it on social media would be how I found my high ticket client. I don't think so. I think it would have to be just hire people that I know that are in another class above me, to associate with them more and to present to them more. I don't think that social media would be my answer that way, unless I had a personal marketing person or firm that's who they send out to. But me just sending out on my social media, I don't think I would find my client there.
So what you're saying is most of your people on social media are broke?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying I think the people that are the majority
You
of,
already
if I had
classified
to
them.
say the pros and cons, I would say the most of the people on my social media platform, I don't think they got Bitcoins. Maybe a couple of them, you know, that I'm aware of, but other than that, no, I don't believe they do.
Okay. So now here's a question that I have for you. If you don't ever try, how will you ever really know?
That is true. You're absolutely correct, because if you don't, you won't. You know, that's a if I woulda, shoulda, coulda. But I mean, when I'm thinking about my high ticketed item, I don't think that going my social media way is the correct way.
And I get it, you thinking again, but here's a plan. What you're doing is not getting them.
Right.
Try my way, just for a little bit, and see if it works. Even if you got one high ticket item sold per month, is one more you didn't have. Versus not doing it, and you get what you got. And right now, the way I see it, here's where most entrepreneurs blow it. Well, I don't think. How do you know until you try? If you haven't tried it, then it's almost like me telling you about a movie that I haven't seen. So just think about that. Because I know I've disqualified people. I've personally done that. And then they walked in the office and I was like, dang, don't you know the scraggliest people have the most money that walk into my office?
Well, yeah, I know some of the panhandlers on the street got more people that got more money than people who work.
So now you got to be careful not to disqualify people just because you haven't asked them on that next level. Just because I play. Only thing I'm going to ask is say, ask. If they say no, then it's a no that at least is a no that you worked on. If we don't say nothing, no, then you get nothing. Just think about it, process it. Because once again, sometimes we get in our own head and then we classify people. And before you know it, we're missing out on money that could be right in front of us. Just a thought. Just a thought. But like I said, just check it out. See what you're thinking. But once again, guys, remember, you can't want to change and not change. And the funny thing is, we mostly know what we need to do. Right now, who in here knows what they need to do to get their health better? Raise your hand. I know what I need to do. Now, who can say I consistently do it? Okay. And so now it's a matter of finding out where we can get to make it work. All right. So just stay open. Stay open. I told you I was making Angie, I wanted to make you mad tonight. I'm gonna fire you up. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it real quick. And we got a few minutes. I'm sorry. We got to jump off. But now that I made you mad, what can you do, Delshana, different to go after to get your high ticket offers out there?
I need to, first of all, tell people I'll do it, number one. And so I need to make getting them flyers a priority. And I started something that just didn't speak to me. So I was like, I must not be ready. And so now I just need to, it's grabbing myself by the collar and say, girl, you ready? Let's go. And getting it done. So I have some priorities set. I gotta readjust and add these to the list before my birthday this month, which is the 28th. I need to let the people know, yo, if you need an ebook, Delshana's your girl. If you need to get your book done, Delshana's your girl. If you ain't got time to write it and you need some help and support with that part, Delshana is your girl. So that's me. That's where I'm at with that part.
Yeah, and the funny thing is I can tell you this much. I know for a fact there are people that I know that I've sent to you that they're not going to want to do the book, but they will pay you to do it all day long. And they will pay big money. No doubt. So just keep that in the back of your mind, but let's get that high ticket dollar item out there. At least let people know about it. That's all I'm saying. At least let them taste it. Let them taste it, say, you know what? This person actually has something else besides this little ghetto wear. They got some, you know what? Maybe we ought to call it Get to a place that you ask the question. Justin, let's get back to your offer. $150 an hour. We need a bigger program. I need you to get a low dollar, medium dollar, and high dollar. So what would that look like for you? Let's go with the high dollar. What could be a high dollar ticket item for you?
To stack it. So I was already thinking as I was processing, as you were saying the information. So I was thinking as a beginning package for individuals would be a starter package of $2,000. That would include the 2 mental health sessions, the credit education, and an apparel item. And then it'll be a medium package, which would be double that, which would double those items, and then a VIP, which I got to figure out what the price is going to be for that and what discounts and stuff that'll be onto it. I'm just doing this real time, so I haven't wrote everything down. I'm driving, but I'll write it all down later on. But just off the top of my head, using what you had with the stacking, I can put that together real quick.
Yeah, and the word stacking, if you can stack some stuff together, I think you'll find out that you can now get that high ticket item. And like I said, if like right now you guys are promoting, I would say for the rest of this month, every 5 times you promote a high ticket item. Promote your regular promotion, then do a high ticket one. Robbie and Gloria, you guys are doing great videos. Do a high ticket video. And then put a flyer together. She mentioned tax resolution was a big one for her. How many people owe the IRS over $10,000 and need to get tax resolution? Put that price on there. I guarantee you people will be jumping all over it. You know, only because a lot of guys are out there scared, but now you can offer something that they can say, oh, if I owe $50,000 or $100,000, then they're going to jump on that opportunity to save that kind of money. You know, and really, realistically, I think even that price that is charged.
It would be a starting price because some people's stuff is real raggedy and it's going to cost them a little bit more. So I would have a starting at price, but then again, once they come in and I assess what they need, prices will vary.
Good. So do me a favor, just put on there prices starting at $5,000.
Oh, shoot.
In other words, you already put out there, this is the type of client I'm working with. Yeah. I mean, think about the scenario that we just had where somebody's charging somebody $20,000 for a bankruptcy.
That's crazy.
And they're gonna pay it. Oh, you mean I'm not supposed to pay $20,000 for a bankruptcy? No. But the person that gave it to her, I'm like, how can a broke person that's filing bankruptcy pay $20,000? That just don't make good sense. But the only bad thing is, once again, because it's your product, your service, you choose. And depending on the client, they'll pay. And some of you, I don't want you to take this the wrong way. It's not getting over on people. It's knowing your value. Once again, go back to changing somebody's life and the value. It's like for me, I can tell you, you pay me $1,000, I'm going to show you how to make 10. If I can't show you how to make 10, I'm going to show you how to get 10,000 in credit. In other words, I'm going to show you how to take what you got and make it more, because it's almost like you give me $1, I give you 10. Who's not going to take that deal? That's where the value part comes in. But you got to know the value of what you're looking for and stop focusing. But guys, first thing is you got to get out of your own head. Get away from this cost stuff. Start challenging yourself to stop looking at prices. And if you want it, do it. If that's what's in your heart to do. I'm not saying go out there and go crazy and all that stuff. I'm just saying within your means, you know, if you know you can at least go to McDonald's and just order off the menu without asking what the prices are, do it. Start small. Go to the dollar store and get $10 worth of stuff. I don't know. I mean, start getting to the point to where you don't, it's like just put those 10 items on the dollar store, like bam, Bam, that's it don't matter. But stop focusing on what it costs. And you stop focusing on costs, your clients, and stop putting your hand in people's pocket thinking what they have. You don't know what they have until you ask. Because like my girl just said, Angie, there's some panhandlers that can break you off $100. Oh, you need $100? Got you. So you can't just look at what you see and think that they're not good. You know, even Sharia's talked about how she's worked with people that look like they have nothing, but they have a whole lot. Think about Warren Buffett. He got the same cheesy little suits, same car, same house, billionaire. Everybody has their own flavor. Me personally, I'm living a lifestyle and I'm enjoying it. Questions, thoughts, comments, real quick. I'm gonna go through. I know you guys, I give you a lot tonight. I made you mad. That's okay. I hope I'm making you mad enough, because this month, the challenge for you is at least minimum 1 to 2 high ticket items sold. How can you sell your high ticket items? Let the rest of this year be one of your best years, because you start putting out now the big numbers. Think about that for a minute, okay? So now, Delshana, going back to you. What are you going to do now to start promoting that high ticket item? What package are you going to put together? Just off the cuff. I know that, like Justin said, I'm hitting you off the cuff.
Yes, off the cuff. Well, I definitely want to put together the flyer. I definitely need to add it to the new website and launch that. And then I need to get some ads out or do some social media promotions. I think that's my start. That's my startup game.
Good. Sharia, what are you thinking? I know you're doing some advertising already, but I need to see some. I guess, like I said, I tell you guys, post like nobody sees it, and if I haven't seen a price, then I really haven't thought about it much, depending on the price.
I would say you must not be looking, because I am the most expensive nail tech in Las Vegas, okay? Because people say, oh, she costs too much, okay? Well, that means you can't afford me. I don't do $40. I don't do nothing for $40, okay? So you can take that down the street or to the Chinks, not being rude or nothing, but I don't touch little money. I'm far from that game. You're absolutely right. For me, don't judge a book by a character, because I will play broke on you quick. I am guilty of it. I have begging, scamming family members. So yeah, I would play broke on you. I would even ask you something so you could think that I'm broke, because I'm testing you to see how you gonna treat me if you think I'm broke. So, that's just me and my style and my style in the game. If anybody read the book, Where's the Cheese, which is an excellent book to read, I'm going to play broke on you, because I want to see how you're going to treat me. And I noticed that in the same instance with people who have money. I believe that's why they dress down and stuff, because people do treat you different when they think you have something versus you do have something. So I want to see how in the industry we say, I want to see what you look like for real though, and money status kind of play a big on that. You will see a person front on you different when they think you have something when you don't. But for me, like I said, I'm a high-end nail tech. But on my business aspect, a lot of my clients, on my consulting, I can't see more marketing on that end. But for me, is on a personal reason, I don't like people counting my money. That's why you don't see me posting every hand I do, every foot I do, because literally I have been in situations where people have literally watched my house and count my dollars coming in and out, so, that's just my own personal thing. But you would definitely see, for me, if you go look on my social media right now, you will see $200 starting for a long set of nails is expensive. That's not cheap. Okay, you can't come to me with $45 and say, "Could I get a full set?" You can't even get a manicure for $45 from me. So, this is actually confirmation. And I'm happy to hear that once you learn that when you open a business and you got to pay bills for your house and that business, you're gonna understand that I can't lowball nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because I got bills for 2 locations. It's different being a worker for someone versus you are the person paying the bills. So, that's something to keep in mind. Why I would never lowball myself because I got to pay the bills.
Okay, well, sounds good. I get, and the good thing is I respect your personal stance, but I ain't gonna lie, I like VIP. So and I guess because I don't deal with
Oh,
people
I'm
that count,
VIP. I'm just ain't gonna show you I VIP.
I'm gonna show it. Matter of fact, it's so funny. This guy was rolling with me the other day, and he was like, "Man," he said, "how you get treated that way?" I said, "Because the way you carry yourself, people treat you different." So you're absolutely right. People treat you different. And that's not good, but also depending on who it is, it ain't my problem either. Because I do like being stepped up to get to, anyway, it's a word, I like it. I appreciate your personal opinion on that. I'm good though. I'm not hiding nothing. I'm living, and I want to live this way because I want to let people know personally that you don't have to rob, cook, or steal to live a lifestyle that people can really look to be a part of.
Well, look,
But then
so
again,
it's okay to be comfortable, coach, because I'm telling you, when I get this new car and new house and new business, and I'm scared that she thinks she all that. No, I know my worth. I don't think I'm all that, but I am a little scared of that. So you got me on that one.
okay, I'll work on it. But yeah, for me, yeah, I'm bougie. Yeah, that's the way I roll. I was with a car, like I said, I was in a car with some friends, and they told me, they said, "Man, when I first met you, I thought you was arrogant." I said, "Some people do, but in most cases, it's people that's afraid to be who they are. I'm not afraid to be who I am, and I don't care. That's the difference. But at the same token, it's okay to be the other side too. I think either way is good.
I do fear a little, coach, because if you talk about me because you think I'm broke, what you gonna say when you see I got some money?
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna say she doing and living the way God intended her to live. I heard something the other day in a thing, and I'll move on from this. It says, being poor is not a kingdom mentality. It's a kingdom mentality requires funding. And so I know for me personally, because I fund the kingdom, then I should reap the benefits of being a part of that. And so absolutely, and give people something to step up to. I thank God that I'm giving people that next level to say, look, you can get here. I got people on this Zoom that are more educated than I am. So it lets them know there's not education. It's not what you think. It's just being who you are. And I guess I'm not downplaying, which I don't think is a bad thing, but I just make sure that I stay where I need to be. It's almost like I dress a certain way because I like dressing that way. I don't do it for people. I do it for me. And so I think it makes a big difference. But the good news is I like it, I respect it, and I'm with it. So keep on moving if that's what's working. That's the key. If it's working for you, I'm glad about it. All right, Robbie, what you got? What you gonna do different? What you gonna do different? Oh, Delshawn's got her hand up too. I'm gonna come back to you, and then we gotta go. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate the conversation. I love the dialogue. Robina, what you gonna do? Oh, can't hear you. Still can't hear you. I still can't hear you. Delshawn,
Okay,
go
I
ahead.
found it. Okay, I'm sorry, I found it.
Amen.
So I think,
Amen.
like you said, one, I need to make like you said, make a flyer or a post about the high price item, and also probably do a commercial for the high price item.
Perfect. And what I would suggest is say it up front. Working with high dollar clients, and with those clients, whatever you want to say, but make it plain. Don't beat around the bush with it. Put it out there, let you know. And then even with myself, go ahead.
Sorry, if you put that on Facebook, they may be able to delete your post it's almost, if you say high-end client, because it's almost like I won't say discriminating, but it's not to the general public, so they may delete it out.
Well, let's
So
try
sometimes
first.
it's the wording. Okay. Sometimes it's
Yeah,
just the
we're
wording.
gonna work on the wording, y'all. Miss Gloria, me and you gonna work on the wording. Yeah.
Yeah.
But let me throw this out there. Let me throw this out there. Don't fight it before you try it.
Yeah.
And if they do cancel you, that's okay, because they'll give you a week in jail and you'll be back in action anyway.
And say it again and get another week.
No,
And say it again.
we can put it. We can put it in there. We just gonna say it a different way, but we're gonna say it. You know what I mean?
As long as y'all say it. As long as y'all
We're gonna
say it. I'm getting this from you, something, and let me let you know this is a low-key pushback. Some of y'all get some low-key pushback because it's something that's gonna stretch you and something you're not really comfortable with.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're uncomfortable with it, you're gonna find a reason to push away from it. And then you're gonna make it to where it sounds good before, and this is what people do to you sometimes, you don't even notice it. Well, girl, I tried that, but before you do that, I want you to think about the distance. That's pushback. So before you push back on me, try it. Just see what happens. And if your clientele changes, good, break your boy off. Give me my props. Delshana, what you got? You got a question? Go ahead, Delshana.
I had something and I totally forgot, but in relation to what you were talking to about the commercial, I think what we're allowed to do and what I've seen multiple times from people in social media is asking the question, does your business make 50K or more? Does your business make 6 figures or more? Do you want to call me to take care of your taxes and bookkeeping? Blah, 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 blah. Right? Like, are you busy serving your community? Are you busy taking care of your family and your ministry? Then you want to call me to help you get your story told. So that's it.
Boom. There. That's why I love this group. Man, look at that. Answers already.
Thank you, Delshana. That works out perfectly.
Good, 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 good. Some of you guys, I just want you to know what I'm telling you. I told you it's gonna make you uncomfortable. Well, no, I don't want to. I don't know. I don't want people to feel differently. I don't want people to feel a certain way. Man, forget what people think, especially the people you're thinking about. Get to that next phase to where you say, I'm looking for new territory and new people, and watch things shift. All right. But don't be afraid to put yourself on another plane. Don't be afraid to put yourself on another level, because I promise you, you are valuable. And whatever product or service you have, I do not want you to downplay it anymore from this day. I want you to realize that your product, your service changes lives. And you can't put a cost to that because of the value you're giving. So if you do have to put a cost to it, make it high. Make it to where now the people you're bringing are going to appreciate it. Think about this. The last time you got somebody to do something and they did it for cheap, or you did it for cheap, how much problems did you get when even you gave them a discount? Think about that. They come back to you after you gave them the discount, after you lowered your price, and they got more problems than a little bit. So if I'm gonna get them problems anyway, I might as well just make you pay. And that way I can get full value of what I offer on the front end. And just remember this too, last thought, is your service and your product is not for everybody. So don't make it be. I know you want to help everybody, and you can. Get a nonprofit, not a business. I'm RW, and I love you. And I know that there's greatness in you. Keep moving forward. I promise you, it's going to get even better. This year, the rest of it, I'm going to push for those that allow me to push. I'm going to transform those that allow me to transform you. And I'm going to make you look at things a little differently before the end of this year. All right? All right, guys. I appreciate you. You guys at thebomb.com. We got to go. Enjoy your evening. We'll see you again next week. Same time, same station. I'm RW. God bless you guys. Have a great night.
Thank you. Good night, everybody.
All right, guys.